Hey guys, JPMX21 here. Welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon news and information. And this time it's going to be an analysis video following yesterday's new Pokemon slash Alolan Forms analysis. Today we are doing another analysis to the trailer that was revealed on August 1st. So today we are doing the analysis of two brand new features. I guess one it's a returning feature and the other it's a new feature in general. So first we're gonna talk about Ride Pokemon, and then we're gonna talk about the Island Challenge. So we're gonna talk about all of that. So let's go ahead and begin. We have a lot of stuff to talk about and a lot of my opinion to think. I have a lot of things to say about this, so we're gonna start off with riding Pokemon. Riding Pokemon is a returning feature, but in my opinion, this is going to be much more in-depth than was compared to X and Y. It says the land, the sea, the sky. With the power of Pokemon, you can go anywhere. So, and I'm basically reading what it says on Pokémon Sun and Moon.com. So, move forward with Poké Ride. One aspect of the culture in the Alola region is something known as Poké Ride, in which certain Pokemon help people get to places they wouldn't be able to reach by using human strength alone. These Pokemon don't join your team, but you can call them anytime to receive their help. This practice is typical of the way of life in Alola, where humans and Pokemon are so closely bonded together. So this basically is like an alternative HM. I guess you say it's an alternative HM because, in my opinion, HMs are still gonna be able to be there, are still gonna be there, but then you have this option where it's gonna take more time. For example, Latios and Latias and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, you have to go through all of that cutscene. You have to make it all the way, or you just can pick up a fly Pokemon and go straight to the place where you want to go. If you know what I mean, it takes more time, but it gets to places. So, but for now, we have 5 Pokemon confirmed that you can Poké Ride on. First up, we have Charizard. It has the ability to fly. Very unique. I like that. Very good. It's the new Latias of Alola. Then you have Lapras, which basically you surf. Then you have Mudsdale, which I'm very happy. When Mudsdale was revealed, I asked, can we ride on a Mudsdale? So there you go. Confirmed that we can ride on Mudsdale. And Mudsdale's ability, special feature, is that you can walk on rocky terrain. It's basically a Rhyhorn in X and Y. So yeah, it's basically Rhyhorn. Then you have Sharpedo, surfs fast, much like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and can crush into rocks and has the ability to jump. Again, returning from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Again, it has more features than it had in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. In Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, he just surfed. So yeah. Then you have Stoutland. Stoutland can sniff to find hidden items. I'm pretty sure that's a quest of the Island Challenge we're gonna talk about in a bit, but still, it's pretty cool that basically it's an alternative key item. Stoutland's basically an alternative key item, which you have. It's basically the item finder of the dowsing machine, item finder, whatever, of this region in a Pokemon, but then you still have the item, if you know what I mean. Makes sense. And then you have Tauros, which it can run through and break blocks. So basically Tauros reminds me a lot of Mamoswine in X and Y, where you can go on you can cross the snow, and also you can break the rocks that were in the path. So yeah, again, very, I guess you can say unique. Lapras is pretty standard. Charizard is unique because, I don't know, if you go for a flying Pokemon, I mean, Latios and Latias were the thing in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because just to promote their Mega Evolution, because Mega Evolution were leaked back in the day. But still, pretty unique as well. Now, I think, like I said again, this is going to be an alternative for the HMs, but still the HMs are going to be there for you to use because it's like a faster way to get through things, I'll say. So we're gonna see. I hope there's more Pokemon. I don't know. For example, Pokemon to go underwater. That would be really nice. Who's like the ideal Pokemon to go underwater? Wailmer? Wailmer was an Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. We want some more original Pokemon. I don't know. We'll see about that. But now it's time to move on to the brand new feature. In this, we have a lot to talk about. This is very, very interesting indeed. We have the Island Challenge. One aspect of the unique culture that can develop in the Alola region is the Island Challenge, an adventurous ride that involves traveling through each of the 4 islands. This event helps young people grow into fine Pokemon trainers. As the main character of Pokémon Sun and Pokémon Moon, you yourself are destined to attempt this Island Challenge. Now, basically, what this Island Challenge is, and I think it is, it's basically a new gym. It's basically a new type of gym thing. It's a new gym. But I don't know how is this gonna work. How many like gym challenges, how many island challenges we're gonna have in each island? Are you gonna have like 2 challenges per island to make it 8, like much like a gym? I don't know. We have to see. It's very. We have a lot of information, but still you have so many questions. So then we have here the Island Challenge. You guys are probably gonna see some screenshots of the game. To complete the Island Challenge, young Triad goers must overcome the Triad in store of each of the 4 islands. These trials are not limited to battling with Pokemon. They take a variety of forms, such as finding items or completing tests of knowledge. You will not be able to accomplish them with ordinary methods. Now, this reminds you a lot of the Orange Islands in the anime. It's basically what it is. We are in the tropical themed region. We have multiple islands, and Game Freak just went, okay, let's just make the orange based on Orange Islands. So I mean, it's really interesting. And for me at the beginning it was like, I'm not sure how this is gonna go, because it breaks the regular method of Pokemon, you know, 8 badges, Evil Team, Elite Four Champion, all that stuff. But still, it can be a very good try. If it goes wrong, which I don't think it's going to, because unique stuff, and still looking for that post game in Kalos, you can still have gyms. It's unique. It's unique. It can go right. We'll talk about the captains in a bit. Then you have a thing that is the totem Pokemon. At the end of each trial, a mighty Pokemon known as the totem Pokemon will be waiting. A totem Pokemon is much larger than others of its species, and its body is developed in a special aura. So we have its power is more overwhelming than our standard Gumshoes. So you guys are probably seeing Gumshoes in the screen, and it's surrounded by an aura. Okay, so we have basically 2 totem Pokemon confirmed. We have Gumshoes and Lurantis. Lurantis was confirmed on the Japanese trailer to be one of the totems. And it also says on the Pokemon Sun and Moon website that Lurantis is the totem Pokemon of the forest. The forest, I think it's the forest where the Captain Mallow, where Mallow is. So yeah. Now moving on, we have another feature when you're battling the Totem Pokemon, we have sophisticated combos in SOS battles. When Totem Pokemon battle, they summon ally Pokemon to join them. With the support of these allies, the Totem Pokemon become even more powerful. And it seems that Pokemon other than Totem Pokemon sometimes call on allies to aid them. Now, basically, this is a handicap match. It's you against two Pokemon, because you see Gumshoes in the picture. Gumshoes call and a wild young goose appears. He calls out his squad, #squad goals, and they just be a happy family and all that stuff. Just be a happy family and completely obliterate your life. That's basically what it is. It's just a way to make it's basically a wild Pokemon battle, but it's just a way they make it to be a little bit harder, I'll say. So, and then last but not least, we have the Grand Trials. Grand Trials, the final trial of each island is called the Grand Trial. It is a Pokemon battle against the Kahuna, we'll get to the Kahuna in a bit, who leads that island. If a trial goer succeeds in cleaning this island, he or she will be recognized as having cleared all of the island's triad and can move on to the next island. So basically, you can't leave the island if, like, you're a Pokemon trainer, you can't leave the island without completing all the trials. So, very, very interesting. You see here, the first Kahuna is Ala. We'll get to the Kahunas. I'm not going to give my opinion too much about this, because we speak about the Kahunas when we get to the Kahunas. Because that's also a segment here on sunandmoon.com. Moving on, we're going to talk about the trial captains. Each trial has a captain whose role is to provide guidance to trial goers. All of the captains are trainers who undertook trials in their own island challenges a few years earlier. Now, the first trial captain here is Lana. Lana is a captain who is an expert with water type Pokemon. She's dedicated to her family and is a reliable older sister who watches over her younger sisters. So basically, you know that thing, that little thing that they have, and Alana has the blue thing, a blue painted on it. You know, I'll guess that's kind of like going to be. Imagine if you have like 4 trials per island. That will be really nice. If you have 4 trials per island, and then you have the grand one against Hala, for example, the first island. But then you receive that little thing. I don't know how you can call it. It's a piece of wood when you have 4 slots. And Lana, maybe you receive that in the beginning of the island. And for example, if you complete the task, she paints it with a yellow mark, and then you get to the yellow mark. And you defeat that, you get a yellow mark. Then, for example, for the other one, for example, the grass type, we'll get to her, and you defeat that, you get she painted with a green and all that stuff. If you know what I mean. And then you show that to the Kahuna. He battles you. You defeat the Kahuna. You can move on to the next island. That'll be actually a really cool feature. Then, so yeah, I don't have much to say about Lana. I think her trial is to find a monster Pokemon or something like that. I don't know. It's weird, but we have to see. I think it's for you to find. You know, you guys saw in the picture on a screenshot a bit ago. We had a Lapras, and you riding on a Lapras, and then he has that little storm of water. I think that's what it's based on. So yeah, moving on, we have the Captain Mallow is an expert with grass type Pokemon. She loves cooking, but it seems that sometimes her taste is a bit particular. And again, you see that little piece of wood with the green spots on it. So yeah. But yeah, apparently this one is going to be for you to find hidden items for her, and I think Stoutland helps out in this thing. I just saw the Japanese trailer once, but it was on the Japanese trailer, so yeah. But I don't have much more to say. I think you are supposed to complete her trial with getting some items for her, cooking. I don't know if they all end up battling you, or if you have a chance of battling you, because it says that not all of the trials are for battling. Sometimes it's finding items, all that stuff, which I think Mallow is the finding item. But yeah, then we have really, this guy looks so great. We have specializing in electric type Pokemon. We have the Captain Sophocles. Is good with mechanics and has invented various machines. So again, I don't know what his quest is. His trial. It's not a quest, it's a trial. I don't know what his trial is, but we have to wait and see. Maybe it said something on the trailer, but I didn't check, so I'm not going to check right now. But again, really cool. We have to see what maybe this thing is for you to get an electric type Pokemon, help out with the machine, put a machine up. I don't know. But again, he has the belt with the. It's no longer a piece of wood. Maybe he's more in the technological place of the island, and he has in the belt. He has the four-way little piece of wood that the others had, but this time he has a yellow mark. So yeah, moving on to the last trial, to the last captain of the trial captain that was revealed. We have Kiawe. It's Kiawe. Yeah, Kiawe. Kiawe, whose expertise is in fire type Pokemon. And here's the thing, they completely spoiled this. Together with his Marowak, he studies the traditional dances that have been passed down in the Alola region. Maybe you have some quest, you have to use some type of dance? I don't know, but he also has a piece of wood, this time with a red spot, because he is the fire type Pokemon, he specializes in fire type Pokemon. But then it says that completely spoiling the stuff, it says that he has a Marowak, which basically means that we're gonna have an Alolan Marowak, which is going to be a fire type. I don't know if it's gonna have a dual typing, but it probably. But expect, we're gonna have some news on August 12th, so expect. Not on August 12th. Expect a reveal of a Alolan Marowak to be a fire something, or just a pure fire type. So yeah. And last but not least, we are leading up to the Kahunas that lead each island. We're taking a picture, taking a screenshot. We have the only Kahuna revealed until right now. We have Ala, but we're gonna talk about each of Alola's 4 islands has a leader called the Island Kahuna, who governs the island. Kahunas are chosen by Pokemon known as guardian deities, which are also found on each island. So you see that Tapu Koko is the guardian of Mele Island, and what it says here, apparently Tapu Koko has chosen Ala to be the Kahuna of the Mele Island, where you have just moved to, and is also your rival's house grandfather. This is a cool feature, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that like 10 minutes ago. Not 10 minutes ago, like 30 minutes, an hour ago, because I was reading this stuff before recording. His skill is renowned in the Alola region. He gives you your first partner Pokemon and expects great things from you. So I heard that like some Chinese leaks, you know, the evolutions of the starters, you know, it's basically, oh my god, it's confirmed because of Mallow was on there, but we'll check that out in if that is true or not in the future. But then you have how Hala, not how is your rival. Hala was chosen by Tapu Koko, and again there's going to be some other like a four-way, like you have Tapu Koko and then other 3 Pokemon that shows each Kahuna of the island. So I don't know if when you face Hala you are going to battle Hala, but when you face Hala, if he has Tapu Koko, that's actually really interesting. Is he gonna have Tapu Koko? That will be actually really interesting because, you know, not usually they have like legendary Pokemon. Are they gonna use them? Because the Pokemon chose the Kahuna, or is the Kahuna like alongside with the Pokemon to make the island better? I guess that's a thing. Still, it's a nice feature and all nice stuff. But either way, we talked about everything that I wanted to talk about for today. We talked about riding Pokemon and the island challenges. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Is the island challenge going to replace the gyms? What other Pokemon would you guys like to see on Poké Ride? Is this going to replace gyms? So is this like is gonna break this regular system of Pokemon? Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think? If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel as well, because I really appreciate if you guys do that. And I will see you all in the next time.